Thank you, Mr. President. The real question today is, are we going to allow cuts to the very programs that thousands of Georgians across our state rely upon in the name of rollbacks? Rollbacks that will hit our local governments and their business communities with layoffs and instability and unease. Rollbacks that will in reality lead to a less efficient, more chaotic process that will only change Georgia's economy for the worse. Are we going to fire hardworking Georgians who spent years giving back to our state, all to send a message? The irony of this bill is not lost on us in the minority party. Considering the fact that any red tape that's been put in place was created by Republicans who have been in complete control of our state government for the last 2 decades. How ironic that we're now all of a sudden claiming the need to cut the fat of government bureaucracy after 20 years of Republicans adding the fat in. I want to be clear about something. My colleagues talk about people being burdened by the rules of agencies, but when I talk to my constituents, no one is complaining about rules. Instead, they talk about phones that go unanswered, emails that are not responded, agencies not being able to provide the very things that they are called to because they are underfunded and understaffed. Our agencies are not crippled by rules. They are crippled by our lack of funding. They are crippled by our lack of staffing. I'll say some agencies that my senators I know are familiar with because, like me, you get calls from your constituents because these folks don't answer the phones. Department of Labor, Voc Rehab, Corrections, DFACS, DHS. How many of us in this room have had to call and ask for a representative to help us because those departments, those agencies are not responding? Again, it is not their rules. It is because they are chronically underfunded and understaffed. Asking our agencies to add another task, another burden every 4 years does not help them or our people. We cannot take power away from our agencies and burden them even more and expect Georgians to be better off. Instead, we will continue to have our constituents calling us because they can't get the things that they need, that they deserve, that our agencies were created for because we've chronically underfunded and understaffed them. I want to be clear and I want to repeat, any red tape that is here, any extra fat that my colleagues are talking about, it was created by Republicans. This is a house of cards that you all built, and now you're seeking to blow it down. And who will be harmed by that? Georgians. With that, I yield the well.